Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new action horror thriller Dust Bunny. And this film is from writer-director Bryan Fuller, jumping from television, from Pushing Daisies, and different shows, including Hannibal, and now taking it to the big screen with this new film. An 8-year-old girl asks her scheming neighbor for help in killing the monster under her bed that she thinks ate her family. And this film, is getting a lot of comparisons to like Leon the Professional, where you have this neighbor character who's definitely a badass assassin, the intriguing neighbor, played by Mads Mikkelsen, who knows Fuller from being Hannibal Lecter on the show Hannibal. And he has this young girl who Sophie Sloane's character, Aurora, who he builds this connection with. And they have this giant bunny monster, and a whole bunch of shenanigans ensues. And this film has a very distinct, cool vibe to it, from like the color, everything, the production design, the character designs and such. And it's one of those types of films where when it's practical, it looks really cool and interesting and bold. The costuming, just everything about it. It does rely a lot on CGI, including the giant monster, but it still has a charm to it. And I think Nicole Hirsch Whitaker, who's the cinematographer, does a great job of capturing this very distinct look. And Isabella Summers' score really gives this film some atmosphere. Like, there's a big action sequence towards the beginning where we really see what Mads Mikkelsen's character can do. And sure, it's a bit too CGI heavy and looks a little fake, but it has a lot of action. It's bold, it's gorgeous. It has all of these different feelings and visual palettes and motifs that gives us a very distinct, interesting, quirky kind of vibe. Very Jeunet and Caro kinds of vibes. Saw some people comparing this to Wes Anderson, maybe a little, but this strange, quirky world that has been created by Fuller is strange and quirky, and it's interesting, and it's enjoyable to watch. You have Mads Mikkelsen, who's this intense, steely kind of character. He plays that very well. But you see some moments where he starts to really care for this young girl, where he has some vulnerability, and I think he does a really fine job in this film. I think Sloane is so charming and endearing. I think she's a big standout, and is a really important piece to what makes this film work. You have the likes of Sigourney Weaver and her character, who's, Mads Mikkelsen's like handler, but there's more to their relationship that's actually a little surprising and interesting, and it adds some dimensions to this character. And a lot of the other performances from like Sigourney Weaver and David Dastmalchian and some of these other actors who pop up, they're big. They're very expressive. These are big performances that matches like the big crazy energy of this world that they inhabit. And overall, I think this is a very interesting world that Fuller brings to life that really crafts something interesting and dynamic, and it's engrossing. And I think it works well with these more fantastical elements, and the big climax of the film with this giant bunny monster, it's a really well-designed creature. It's freaky, it's scary, this film has a lot of tension that Fuller builds up. When you take a step back and really think about, though, the plot, there honestly isn't a lot that goes on for a film that winds up lasting an hour and 46 minutes. There's very few, big plot points going on. It's very atmospheric. It's very vibes and everything going on in the film. And it's a fun, crazy, kooky kind of ride that I think's gonna stick with some people, especially some younger audiences who this is their first foray into horror-ish filmmaking and creature features, and I think they'll have some fun with this. I had some fun with this. It's flawed. It doesn't perfectly come together, but it's something that's certainly an engaging and entertaining ride with a lot of personality. But those are my thoughts on Dusk Bunny. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.